Open and honest conversations.
Again, I want to facilitate some of those critical conversations. I want to listen, I want to learn.
Key stations ready to learn on the job, a new job to address an old problem.
So I do understand what it's like to be a person of color, be an African-American man in this community.
Mayor Gene Stothard appointed Station the city's Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Officer. His mission, find a way to make Omaha a more equitable community. He plans to do it by elevating the discussions.
To include more thoughtful voices, to have some hard conversations about where we go from here, to learn from other communities that are experiencing, in some cases, positive race relations, and in some cases, not so positive.
Now, protests in Omaha, like those across the country, show the extent of frustration some residents have with those relations, specifically with police.
Protesters want to be heard. That's what it's about, and we are listening. I think we have an opportunity to listen more.
Now, because of the police program PACE and also the Empowerment Network, Station calls Omaha's police community relationship strong, but it can get stronger.
To make sure that we are having conversations, make sure that law enforcement is accessible and friendly and open and willing to learn.
To make that happen, he needs people to speak up and speak openly, and not only about police. Statistics show disparities in healthcare, education, and jobs.
We have to get an understanding of why those disparities exist and why they persist. And those will take some honest and in some cases difficult conversations.
A Station spent the past 4.5 years here at Heartland Workforce Solutions, training people looking for a job, connecting them with businesses looking to hire. It's work that got the mayor's attention and that may be critical in his new job.
I suppose that in this new role, we'll see some of those necessities to remove barriers to employment.
And that's critical to evening playing field?
I think so. The playing field needs to be even. I think we need to be intentional about understanding that representation is important, but also inclusion is important.
To that end, he says he's going to make sure everyone will have a seat at the table.
And hopefully get a really strong, diverse representation of community members and also city employees that want to help to advise the mayor and other city staff on how we can make Omaha more equitable.
Equality, that's what the protests are all about, and why Station says now is a good time for his job.
So that's what I'm most excited about, is coming into a situation where the climate is right, and again, the time is right, locally, regionally, and nationally.
Keith, how will you know when you've been a success?
That's a great question. And so if we look back a year from now and we say, what did we do? I would hope that there would be more diverse and racial representation on city staff, as well as partnership opportunities throughout the community. I hope that the city will welcome that.
Reporting in Omaha, I'm Rob McCartney, KETV News Watch 7.